Welcome to the first episode of the GritCast, me and my brother's new podcast. My name's Ryan.
And I'm Drew, and this is the officially sponsored podcast from Gritty, the mascot.
Yes.
This is official. Don't ask him about it because he's too bashful to talk about it.
Yeah, we know Gritty, so if you talk to him, he won't say anything, so.
Yeah, and I know there's been tons of rumors out there, and it is true. He's actually just Scott Hartnell in a suit.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a mix of Scott Hartnell and Jake Voracek.
And I'm sure Yuri Laterra has something to do with it.
Yeah, him and his cocaine binge. All right, so first topic, professional podcast. Let's talk about some hockey. Some good old skates on the ice, shooting that puck around.
And now for background information, I am coming to you from Scotland as that's where I go to university. So I waited up until approximately 12:40 in the morning to watch the Flyers and the Sharks for the home opener.
And I'm from New Jersey. We're both from New Jersey, but I'm currently at university in San Diego right now. So the games are in the afternoon for me.
Yeah.
So
Ryan was early, I was super late, and we were both disappointed.
Yep, at the same time. Wanted to jump off a bridge.
Yes.
Approximately in the
being
first
8-2.
Yep, in the first 2 minutes I already wanted to turn off the game because I could not watch anymore.
And I'm sure what we're gonna say has been said already. There's no way that you can look at this team in that state and say like they're in any position to win the division.
No, but they do have potential as shown from our young guns like Lindblom, Vorbiev, and so on. But
And
as of
Patrick?
now, Patrick, yes, TK. But as of now, the game that they just showed, they should be in last place in the league.
Yeah, I mean, they do have a chance to make it up to tonight in Ottawa. And
Yes.
They should hopefully beat up on the Senators, who shouldn't even have a team.
Yes, I don't think that they are that good of a team or that bad of a team. I think the Flyers are better than what they showed last night.
I think they'll make the playoffs, but like they just hung Elliott out to dry, and like sure the first goal was completely Elliott's fault. Like if you're facing the shooter, he should not beat you 5-hole.
Exactly.
It's just as an NHL goalie, that's shouldn't happen. But what happened
Exactly.
happened, and they just need to own up to it. And I think that honestly the worst circumstance that could come out from this is what Haxtell does with the lines, because I can guarantee you after a loss like that, they'll need some grit and determination in the form of Dale Weiss.
Yeah, or some cocaine from Laterra. Let's talk about that for a little bit.
They do need some energy.
Exactly.
Well, we're probably a few weeks late on the Yuri Laterra news and the Gritty news.
Yes.
We were rocked.
Yeah, well, being professional, we are record a podcast, but we lost it, or I lost it. So this is our second time doing this. But I'm reading right now that 2 kilos of coke were reportedly spread around his house earlier last week.
His lake house.
Yeah, so that's great. His house was raided by police.
It just goes to show you that despite this, he's still in the lineup. So Hack must like have some kind of dirt on him.
Hack just must love cocaine.
I mean, that's why. To be fair, you'd think that Hack would be more vocal behind the bench if that were the case.
Yeah, well, he was screaming that game. That's the first time I've actually seen him yell.
To be fair, I thought he was actually gonna. At that 7th goal, I really thought he was gonna challenge that.
Yeah, but he didn't.
He's not going to challenge
Hackstall.
the actual Pavelski goal. He's going to challenge the one that'll make it 7-1.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm looking at the lines for tonight's game against the Sens. It looks like everything is going to be the same in the forwards.
Yes.
They're sticking with the same lines. They're keeping Voracek up there.
Now I got Wheel.
They've refused to changed the defense pairings from Haig McDonald and Samheim Gudis, which I think is a big disgrace. But they've got Pickard in goal.
Exactly. I think Myers would do a better job than
I
Gudis.
mean, I think half of Philadelphia would win that.
Yes, exactly. What do you
Hold
think,
on.
what are you about to say?
Attached from my phone, so you could not hear me when I made a point. So this is where editing is useful.
Yay, editing.
um, my point was that they've kept Hag McDonald and they've kept Sanheim Gudis, and I think half of Philadelphia would agree with you that Myers should really be in there and replacing
Yes,
somebody. However,
exactly.
it's been evident that Hag McDonald cannot handle the puck, and for whatever reason they choose to stick with them, and that's just mind-boggling to me, given the fact that that pair got torched last night.
Yeah, I just don't understand how, as a coach and as a general manager, how you can just watch them play together and say, "Oh, this makes sense."
Yeah, like they're good, not.
Yeah, I just don't know how you can play them together each and every game and just watch that and say, I'm happy with that."
It leads me to believe that there's some kind of talent evaluation problem with the Flyers, and I'm sure the people at Broad Street Hockey have said something to this effect, but
Yeah, exactly.
it's clear that there's a disconnect between what Hack is doing and what Hextall believes, or that
Exactly.
Hextall is just good at drafting, but he doesn't really have an idea of how to put an actual NHL roster together.
Exactly. That's how I feel.
Because there's only so much you can do drafting. You need to put NHL players on your NHL roster.
At this point, it's just a coaching problem.
Yeah, like I think Hack needs to go.
Exactly. I agree. What do you think are your general predictions for the league, like playoff wise?
Um, well, in the East, I think the playoff teams are going to be the top three in the Atlantic of Boston, Toronto, and Tampa. They're
Yeah.
definitely making the playoffs in some order.
Okay.
I ultimately do think the Flyers make it.
I think they will.
I think that they make it along with the Penguins, and I think I think it's going to be the front three of Washington, Pittsburgh, Philly. It's just always going to be that way for the next few years.
What about the Devils?
I don't actually think the Devils are that good.
Yeah.
I share a viewpoint that's similar with Charlie O'Connor of the Athletic, which is that the Devils' young players besides Nico Hischier are not actually that good.
What about Taylor?
I mean, Taylor Hall is fantastic. Like he's one of the top 10. He's a top 10 winger in the
Yeah.
league, like for sure. But you can't. He can't. I mean, it just depends on his play. Like the Devils will make the playoffs if Taylor Hall steps up. But
Yes, I agree.
if it's just up to him.
Yeah. Who's who do you think who's your most hated player in the league? Because I already know mine.
Oh, well, I didn't finish the West
Oh, I'm
in the
sorry.
playoffs. It's okay. In the Central, I think Nashville played in the Central, right?
Yeah.
I believe so. So Nashville are definitely going to make it. I think St. Louis make it as well, because I know they were. I think they get better.
Yeah, I think St. Louis can make it. Wild card maybe.
Well, I don't even think wild card. I think they're. Well, I think they're going to make it along with the Jets.
Yeah, I think the Jets will be a real contender.
Because like, I don't know something, and I know like the Avalanche have got Nate McKinnon. He's like severely underrated in my opinion, but part of me just doesn't really see them being like a division-winning team.
No, yeah, I agree.
Like I think the Preds win the division, and I think the Jets come. Well, either Jets or Preds win the division, and the other team comes second. And then I think it's down to St. Louis and the Avalanche to come third.
Yeah, no, I
And
agree.
and in the Pacific, can't look past the Golden Knights, and I can't look past the Sharks. And then I think it's up to the Flames to battle it out with some of the other periphery teams.
Yeah, I think the Ducks could definitely make it.
Well, the Ducks have two of my most hated players, and Corey Perry and Ryan Getzlaf.
Oh, I love
And I know,
Getzlov.
and I know you hate him, and it's stupid bald head.
I love Getzlov. I don't like Corey Perry. I like Getzlov though.
I know you don't like Kessler.
I hate Kessler. I hate what's his name? Evander Kane.
Oh my god, I tweeted about him during the game. Like, can someone please hit Kane?
Yeah, I
Not
saw that.
only is he like a terrible human being, like he's an abuser, but he just acts like a jerk on the ice.
Yeah. And last but not least, the human trash can himself,
Oh,
Justin
Brad
Williams.
Marchand. Oh,
No,
I thought you were
Justin
gonna say
Williams.
Brad Marchand.
Oh yeah, he's also
Okay.
a human trash can. But Justin Williams is
Justin
just a
Williams used to be a Flyer, so I don't mind him.
yeah, but he gets suspended like every year at least 10 games. It's just guaranteed.
Wait, Justin Williams? Are you talking about Tom Wilson?
I'm sorry, Tom Wilson. I don't have any problem with Justin Wilson. I meant Tom Wilson.
Of course you met Tom Wilson. I was like, Justin Williams is like 38. How can he get suspended?
No, yeah, I was
For
thinking about
what?
Tom
Going too
Wilson.
slow? He's going under the
Yes,
speed limit on the ice. They pull him over.
exactly. Yeah, I think my
I
favorite
hate
player
Tom
is
Wilson.
Gritty though.
Gritty is your favorite player.
Yes. For anyone who doesn't know what he looks like, look up a picture of Gritty the mascot and you'll probably have nightmares.
I'm sure most of you by now know about Gritty and like have seen somewhat of Gritty's social media.
Yeah, there's
I know
tons of
yesterday before
memes.
the game he went to the Camden Aquarium, which is across the water from Philadelphia, and tore all the shark plushies off of their gift store,
Yes, which
which
surprisingly
was
didn't
pretty
help the
great.
Flyers win,
Yeah,
which
it only helped them lose.
I thought it would, but I guess not. I guess I was wrong. Flyers still sucked.
In other news, Ilya Kovalchuk scored his first goal as an LA King and his first goal since coming back to the NHL after, what was it, a 3 or 4 year stint in Russia?
I think it was 4. Okay, so I just had a power outage, so that's great. So welcome back, everyone.
So before we were talking about Ilya Kovalchuk, and he actually spent 5 seasons in Russia before coming back at age 35.
Yes, Kovalchuk is
Um,
it's an interesting player, coming back and scoring.
he's a dirty communist. What? I didn't say that.
Kami? What? Reds?
Who said anything about that?
I wouldn't know.
Something interesting about Ilya Kovalchuk is that he's never had a 100-point season.
Really?
His high was actually 98 in 05-06.
So
He scored
sad.
52. He scored 52 goals and 46 assists for 98 points in 78 games.
Really?
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he was really good back in the day. He used to score a lot against the Flyers when he played for Atlanta before they got moved because no one cares about hockey in Atlanta.
That's average for a commie.
But
Moving
Provrov's
on.
all right because he moved to America when he was in like middle school.
Yeah, he doesn't count. He's not a crooked Russian. He's not like Hillary.
Crooked Hillary.
Hillary Kovalchuk, he's my favorite hockey player. I love Kovalchuk. He scores some goals. I love Gritty. Give me some Gritty.
Gritty. I want Gritty to be my new UN House ambassador after
love
Nikki
Gritty.
Haley retired.
2022 Gritty. Let's make a grit.
I announced Gritty to be my new running mate.
Me and Gritty will top the world. Putin has nothing on Gritty.
I'm adapting Gritty's policy.
Everyone has to be orange. Only orange for Gritty.
You wouldn't believe it, folks.
Let's talk about the old NFL. The old pigskin.
We're going to talk about the good old football and
The real,
stupid
the real American
quarterback
football.
sacking rule.
Yeah, it's really dumb. Let's talk
God.
about the
Did
Eagles
you see?
for a little bit.
Yeah, did you see that Michael Bennett hit against or Michael Bennett sack against
Yeah, I did see that. It was
against
clean.
Cousins?
It was all
Like,
clean, and they
I don't
called
think
it
he
for no
could.
reason.
I don't think he could have possibly brought him down any softer.
I think like maybe if like he like tapped him, then like they would still flag him, honestly, because I don't know like what they're gonna do anymore.
To be fair, it's not as bad as Clay Matthews.
Yeah, it's not as bad, but still, it's still pretty bad. The calls are
Speaking
just
of
getting out of hand.
speaking of those Eagles, there's been rumors they're going to trade for a new running back because it turns out Jay Ajayi is out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, he tore his ACL.
I
I
thought
heard
he
they're
fractured his back.
No, he tore his ACL, which is like
Oh,
at least like 6 to 8 months. So he's done.
ouch.
Yeah, that's probably be his career, honestly, because he's kind of older. But
Is he really that old?
uh, let me look it up. But
I've got it.
he's not young.
He's 25.
Yeah, so he probably it cuts his career like really shorter though, because
Because in
that
the
just
NFL, you
takes out
only
a
play
whole
until you're
year.
like 29, 30, right?
Well, as a running back, probably even lower, like 27, 28, because you're just
Yeah, I
getting
mean,
hit every game.
it's not like it used to be. Like back in the day when you had like Westbrook and like feature backs,
Yeah,
like kind of the
exactly.
way that like Earl Campbell and Herschel Walker used to be, and like John Riggins.
Exactly. Yeah, but I heard the Eagles were either going to trade for LaShawn McCoy, which is really funny, or I heard rumors of Le'Veon Bell, but I don't think that's going to happen at all.
Yeah, I that's complicated to me because I on my fantasy team have James Conner, and so I really hope that they trade Bell because I want Conner to keep doing well.
Yeah, I mean, if they
Like,
lose Bell, then like I don't know, they're kind of screwed. I mean, they still
well,
have
they're not really
Antonio.
screwed. I
Yeah, but
mean,
it really
James
hurts
Conner
him.
is still pretty good.
Yeah, but he's no Le'Veon Bell.
I mean, I guess as of now, we don't know what the future holds.
I mean, he's the best running back in the league, I would say.
Yeah, um, but there's Bell. They're also considering trading for David Johnson. I heard, and
I heard that too.
yeah, they
Yeah.
also possibly LaShawn McCoy. But I really hope they don't bring back Shady because here's the thing: like this team is so lovable. Like I don't think there's a single hateable guy on that team. And if you
Yeah.
bring McCoy in, you immediately add a hateable guy to the team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, they're not doing too well right now, so they need something to light a fire into their butts.
Yeah,
Because
I'd
as of
agree with
now,
that.
they're going nowhere.
Well, I mean, I can tell you who is going somewhere, and that's the LA Rams.
Yeah, they're really good somehow.
Well, I don't really think it's a somehow. I mean, I thought they were going to be really good, and that they were tapped to be because I think Goff is a good quarterback. As weird as that would be to say, like
I
Goff
mean,
is not
Goff,
bad.
no, he's doing really good this season, but he came out of nowhere, really. I mean, he hasn't been anything special like in the seasons past, but this season he just stepped up, kind of like Wentz. But
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
the
Well, I mean, the
Rams.
Eagles always believed in Wentz,
I mean, everyone believed in Wentz. He's our savior.
except Keen Fahey.
Who?
Keen Fahey, he's
Who's
like a
that?
quarterback expert or whoever. I believe he was with ESPN or some big sports site, and he was like, Dak is so much better than Carson Wentz. And I can only
That's
say it
like
in Trump's voice because this guy's such a big moron.
that's like the one guy, Skip Bayless.
Oh my god, I hate him.
Yeah, that guy's such an idiot. He's like all he does is
Oh,
just trash the Phillies, or not the Phillies, the Eagles. And he's like, "Oh, the Dallas Cowboys are the new team. They're gonna win the Super Bowl." I'm like, Dallas Cowboys suck.
the Dallas Cowboys haven't been relevant since like 1993.
Yeah, exactly. They are terrible.
But speaking of teams that aren't terrible, yeah, as I said, the Rams they're 5-0. I think they're going to be 6-0 come next week.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the Broncos are very good.
Yeah. No, they're not.
Case Keenum.
Case Keenum sucks.
He does suck.
He's nothing. He's nothing special.
Yeah, kudos to the Vikings for doing what they could with him, but he's found a better home.
He's found a better home. His new
We're gonna
team.
deport Case Keenum.
Deport him back to Syria.
Back to Syria.
He's going to where he belongs. He's gonna fight in the war.
We're gonna put him over the wall.
Great soldier. Great soldier. Speaking of soldiers, Fortnite.
Oh my god. We're going to transition to this now. When you said soldiers, I thought we were going to talk about the whole anthem thing. I mean, that's kind of blown over in the NFL. Like, the new controversy is this stupid tackling rule, but
we talked about that first. No,
we did.
It's a more important subject. Oh, we did, yeah. Well,
I mean, we talked about it for a little bit. Like, there's really not much we can do. Like, they just have to fix the rule. It's so obvious, like, what they can do. Like, I get wanting to protect quarterbacks, and I mean, Tom Brady is the reason this whole thing came about in the first place. The new quarterback rules, like to an extent.
Yeah,
and now more recently, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
But like, I get wanting to protect quarterbacks, but this goes too far. Like, I'll never be a football player because I'm small, but it's a hitting game. Like, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, it defeats the purpose of playing football if you can't hit. What's the point of playing? Might as well just not play.
Get like those old dangerous plays, like trying to think of an example. That hit. I
mean, like any hit, like head to head, should be banned, of course.
Yeah.
But like now, it's like you're almost playing like flag football. It's like you can't even hit each other.
I'm just gonna make a generalization. Like, do you remember if you've ever seen like an old NFL films highlight package, like those hits in the '80s where they just send the guy flying and then he'd be like unconscious?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's pretty much. I mean, that's ridiculous. We get that out of the game, but like some of the stuff we've seen flagged is just common, and like the guy isn't shaking up, he gets up, and then they flag him anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, for what? For hitting the guy?
Just eliminate tackling if you're gonna do it.
Exactly. That's what I don't understand. That's why people stop watching football.
And it's a shame too, because I only recently started to get back into the NFL, and now all this is going on.
Yeah, exactly. New rules are ruining the game. Yeah. So
well, at least there's no rule controversy with the NHL to a degree.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. If there
and hopefully that, and I know and pivoting back to that, it's actually a 7:30 Eastern time start, which would be 4 for you, I believe, 4:30.
Around 4, yeah, 4ish, 4:30.
And for me, it's midnight.
Yeah, so you got it late.
Yes. So hopefully the Flyers can win. And again, they haven't really changed anything with the lines, so I think it's just all about a mental bounce back.
Exactly, I agree. Just gotta keep that mental positivity.
Yes, but anyways, epic Fortnite, am I right?
Haha, Fortnite. Thanos Fortnite. Thanos in Fortnite. Dude, I love Fortnite.
I love Thanos.
I just love Fortnite. Dude. Fortnite is my favorite game ever. Have you played Fortnite ever?
I have actually not played Fortnite.
Well, that's a disgrace. See you guys later. It's a great podcast. We'll see you next week.
I'm just obsessed with Fortnite.
No, I mean, it's just funny how people are like obsessed with it. Here,
let me
play a song real quick. Let me play a song real quick. This is by a Fortnite kid.
Oh no. Yo! I hate you right now.
It's your boy Danny playing some Fortnite.
I hate you.
So
turn this off.
That's just one of the many creations that has spawned from Fortnite that really makes me
That's
happy.
that makes me want to turn off the audio right now.
This is instead of the Grit podcast, this is now the Fortnite podcast where
Oh
we
my
only talk
God.
about Fortnite.
You know, I really
Re-
thought you were going to transition into just general video games. We've gone straight for the Fortnite.
Oh no, we can talk about after, but I just want to get your opinion. What do you feel about Fortnite? Like, do you like the game? Do you like the culture from it? Because
Well, the one thing I will say about Fortnite is the whole ARG thing I think is really cool.
what's that?
You know how all those like real life statues were appearing with like stuff from Fortnite?
Oh yeah, yeah,
And that was actually linked to something in the game. I think that whole fan experience is cool. And I think like I don't know, I don't really have an opinion on the whole Fortnite dances culture thing. Like it is what it is.
yeah,
There's always been dances throughout history, like as far as you go back, like you know, in the 20s you had like the Charleston, and then you had like Thriller and numerous other examples, and this is just the newest kind of wave of that. But and kids have always been and, like this is kind of a misconception. It didn't start with Fortnite. Kids have always been cringy on video games. It's
yeah.
just been a thing. Like if you go back to a few years ago, you have that with like Minecraft and
It's
Call of Duty.
Minecraft.
I mean, Call of Duty and Minecraft have kind of faded out of the public conscious, and Fortnite
Yeah.
has taken up the reign. But even like 5 years ago, I'd say Minecraft was the most popular game.
No, I agree. I just think the one good thing that has come from Fortnite is it's a free game that anyone can play. So it really gives access to like kids that are less fortunate and don't have even a console. They can play it on their phone, which is really good.
Yeah, like I do like that it is not play to play, pay to play,
Yeah, I agree. Like Clash of Clans.
because that is oh my god, that is the one thing that really ticks me off with gaming.
Yeah.
Like I'm not that grumpy, but it's games like that. Like for example, for a while I was did this game called Top 11 Football Manager,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a soccer management, be manager game, and you basically anything in the game revolved upon these top 11 tokens,
Yeah.
and you had to buy them for like $2.99 or like $12, like $15, $20, and your money would go out the pocket, and then your mom would yell at you.
Yeah. You just
Not
buy
that
those
I'm saying I spent
iTunes.
a lot of money in that game, but I was just so behind because everyone else was just paying to get all the best players, which funny enough, is mirroring real life, but this is not real life, it's a game.
Yeah. No, I just feel so many games like nowadays are just becoming pay to play. But I really that's what makes you appreciate the games and art that have come out. And
Even AAA titles like Battlefield 2
yeah, exactly.
or
Like
Battlefront rather.
yeah, like those games they really make you pay for it, which is really stupid. You should be able to buy just the game and play it and have fun instead of buying all these extra things just to be happy with it.
Or like how you mentioned before, Clash of Clans or Clash Royale, I guess was the other one.
Yeah, well that's like most mobile games. I feel like they're all really cringy and make you pay for stuff.
I know in the Lost episode, we it's gonna be it's like SpongeBob the Lost episode. Um,
Yeah.
we we are we discussed a lot about how we discussed there's probably been a kid that spent like at least $1,000 on like V-Bucks,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and like one of those kids is probably Baron Trump.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, like we said in the Lost episode that you'll never hear.
Our tax dollars.
Exactly, yeah. All of our tax dollars. Like when you get pulled over for a ticket, like that $300, that's like 120,000 V-Bucks right there. Like you're really helping Baron Trump plays Fortnite.
Dude, he's got all the skins.
Yeah, he's got all the rare skins and you can play with Drake and Ninja.
he's got a he's got a Crooked Hillary skin.
Yeah, imagine they make like political skins, like they make Bernie skin and make Hillary like
Like a
or
Trump
like
skin.
yeah, they make Trump skin and they make a who's that like basketball player that defected to Korea?
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, they make a Dennis Rodman skin.
I wouldn't say he's a political figure. He's just kind of a weirdo.
And he's Kim's friend. He's Kim's American friend. So it
I love
helps.
that photo of him with like the hoops and the pink hair.
He looks so goofy. He's such a weird looking dude.
It's like he looks like a mumble rapper.
No, he looks like like the bulls, how they like the animal, like the bull, it has like the thing in its nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like that.
I only said he looks like a SoundCloud rapper because he's got all like the face tattoos.
He looks like little Uzi or
He'd be like Lil
Xan,
Xan.
Lil Pump.
Dude, you gotta go to the hospital for eating too many hot Cheetos.
Speaking of Little Pump, how do you feel about Drake Bell's Gucci Gang edition? Have you heard
I
it?
have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, I'll explain it. So Drake Bell made, Drake from Drake and Josh.
Oh, of course.
Yes, of course. He made his own version of Gucci Gang, and
Did
it's
he
very
really?
interesting. Yeah, I'll play it at the end of the podcast because I don't have it on my phone right now. But
Dude, when you said Lil Pump, I immediately thought you were gonna talk about the Kanye Lil Pump music video.
oh yeah, that's really stupid too. Well, also
His
Kanye's really sticking with his weird values of abolishing the 13th Amendment, which is
What did
really
he do this
interesting.
time?
Did you not hear about this? He posted a photo of him with a Trump hat on Instagram saying we should abolish the 13th Amendment, which is abolishing slavery, which is very interesting.
You know
Very
he's just doing this to get attention.
yeah, still it's kind of weird for Kanye to be doing this. I mean, actually no, it's actually not weird at all. I could totally see Kanye doing this. He's such a weird guy. Like the example from his music video, him in a Roblox outfit dancing around with Little Pump.
Do the Roblox version.
Is there a Roblox version?
No, but Kanye tweeted that.
Oh yeah, he did. I forgot about that. Kanye plays Roblox. Kanye has a Roblox girlfriend.
Kanye made the most popular obby.
Yeah, he buys Robux.
He controls the Robux market.
Kanye made the most the most visited Roblox map. It's a tycoon. It's Roller Coaster Tycoon. I love Kanye.
If Kanye made any Roblox like map, it would probably be like a God, what do you call them? Like the obstacle courses.
Yeah, an obby.
Oh yeah. But instead of like just normal instead of normal obstacles, you just fall into a giant pit. Like it's just one road and then you fall off and that's the whole thing.
No, like that episode of SpongeBob where like Squidward's like falling down like the tube and like the dream or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, except like you're Kanye and you're just falling through like a tunnel and all you see is pictures of like Little Pump and like Little Xan and like all these mumble rappers just like screaming in your face.
Well, they wouldn't be screaming; they'd be mumbling.
Very true. Yeah, you got
Unless
21
you're designer.
Savage and Migos. Bad and Bougie is my favorite song.
You gotta go just you gotta do the designer sounds, dude.
Skratata! Designer is such a fucking idiot. Have you ever heard him talk?
Yes, I've heard him talk.
Yeah, he can't talk.
It's incoherent.
It's like he's speaking like a native language from like the 1200s. He's speaking in like Sanskrit.
It's my belief that
He speaks
he's
in
not
ASL.
It's actually my belief that he is from an advanced civilization that has traveled back in time to see us to judge whether or not we are worthy.
Yeah. He's an alien.
And we failed designer by not comprehending his native tongue.
His native tongue of scratata.
Like, blah, blah. That video you showed me a while ago of like a compilation of all his crazy sounds. This one where he's like playing Pokemon Go and he tries to cross a street, like a really busy highway. And he's like dodging cars.
I'm surprised he didn't get hit.
And he says like it's captioned so you can catch a Pokemon. I'm gonna go catch a Pokemon, but it comes out of his mouth like I'm gonna go Pokemon. I'm gonna go.
It's like he's trying to. It's like he's playing Pokemon, so he's trying to speak Japanese, but like you just can't understand him at all. It's just not correct.
It's like when he tries to speak a sentence, he doesn't say the words as words. He just mashes every word into one big word and tries to say it like all the syllables combined.
Yeah. Honestly, like designer would be like someone like who would vote for like D's nuts as like the presidential candidate.
Didn't it come out that the guy who made that was like 14?
I think so. I don't know the correct story, but like I just remember like I saw it like live on like the TV. It's like and a new candidate D's nuts.
Naughty.
What if it was actually Welvin the Great who did that?
I mean that would make sense. Though
My boy
I think this
Weldon.
is just proof that Gen Z is the worst.
Yeah. I'm a 90s kid, so I wouldn't know anything about Gen Z.
You've got your whole 2 months.
My whole 2 months in the 90s. Exactly.
Yeah, you can triangulate when Ryan was born.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
Find out where he lives.
Yeah, find out where I live. Come visit me. Come visit me. So what do you want to talk about now, professional podcaster Drew?
So we've talked about the NHL and some hockey. We've
Why don't you
talked
leave it on
about
dead air for like a minute or two?
Pardon?
Just leave it on dead air for like a minute.
Just don't talk.
Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3. So we talked about the hockey and the NFL.
Yeah, and sorry.
I'm keeping all this in.
Don't keep it in.
I know.
Okay, so we talked about the NHL and hockey. We talked about football, the American version. We've talked about some video games and pay for play and some epic Fortnite, and which transitioned into talk about SoundCloud rappers and Kanye and Roblox.
We are
Which is
very diverse.
possibly all we talk about.
Yeah.
So I guess we could get into some music stuff.
All right. Let's cut until now. Okay. Go.
Okay. So Ryan, any good music you've listened to recently?
Yeah, I listen to all the classics, all the classic rock and some modern stuff too.
Because I know
Like,
you like the rock music.
I do. I live for the rock and roll. But I've been listening to some Greta Van Fleet, if you know them. They're a new rock band. They're very Led Zeppelin-ish. I've been listening to a lot of the Strokes, you know, like Julian Casablancas, all that stuff.
Yes.
Vampire Weekend, Mac DeMarco, Arctic Monkeys, Phoenix. I've been recently starting to listen to Radiohead too, which I've never listened before.
Oh, you're becoming a sad boy.
No, I listen to them a lot. It's like some of their music. And I listen to all the classics like Led Zeppelin, Boston, The Stones, Joe Walsh,
I'm sure Dad would love that you listen to Boston.
Leonard Skinner, The Beatles, The Animals.
When you said that, I thought you were going to say Leonard Cohen, which would surprise me.
No, I don't listen to Leonard Cohen. What music have you been listening to lately?
I mean, pretty much exclusively mumble rap.
Of course. I mean, of course.
On a serious note, I do like rock like Ryan does, but I'm a little bit more alternative.
Like what?
I can actually list it out to you because I've got my Spotify open right now.
Nice.
believe it or not. I've been listening to a little bit of Bruce Springsteen.
Okay. We'll talk about that in a
I've
bit.
I don't know. I've gotten into a little bit of the Boss phase.
The who?
The Boss. That's his nickname.
Oh, yeah, I don't like him at all. But we'll talk about it later. Keep going.
Been listening to a little bit of Tyler the Creator as well.
Ooh, okay.
Panic at the Disco. Some John Mayer.
Mm-hmm. Some
We've
John
also
Mayer.
got we've also got the Talking Heads. Genesis.
Okay. Some pretty good bands. Anything else?
Um, bit of a random one. Bowling for Soup.
Why?
Because I was thinking about that song they did in 1985 because it reminds me of my childhood.
Bowling. What song was that from?
I can play it for you right now, and hopefully we
Bowling.
don't get copyright striked.
Bowling for... Yeah, we're gonna get copyright strike, so I'm gonna cut that out.
This is the part that you'll remember.
Yeah, it's 1985. I remember that.
Yeah, that
Damn.
one.
Well, anyone who wants to listen to that song is called 1985 because I'm gonna blur that out because I feel like getting copyright striked.
Or play like a second of it.
Yeah, let's play some weird music like over it or just like horse noises.
Of course. I've also
So
been
let's
listening to Meatloaf.
Meatloaf, okay?
Yeah. Well, because I was talking to Mom, and Mom loves Meatloaf, and so
Oh,
I listened to that. Rex Orange County. I really do like them.
Rex Orange County, okay.
They did that song "Loving Is Easy." I really like that one.
What about Two Door Cinema Club?
I like them too.
They're good.
Got Prince. I love Prince. He's one of my
Prince.
favorites.
Eh. Eh.
Um,
Him and
then,
Springsteen are like my least favorites, I would say.
well, I'll get to that later. Got Kings of Leon as well,
Oh, Kings of Leon's good.
and Biffy Clyro.
Who's that?
They're a Scottish band. They're from Kilmarnock.
Scottish. Okay.
And additionally, this one song by a band called where is it? They're called Sausen.
Sousen.
They were like kind of alt metal.
Oh, okay.
And then Death Cab for Cutie was the last thing on there
Oh, okay.
in like my recently played list.
Dead Cat for Cutie. I've never listened to them.
So my music taste is kind of very rangy. It's rock and alt mostly, followed by 80s and kind of older music. Do fancy myself a bit of Johnny Cash as well.
Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash is nice.
And then I'll listen to a bit of R&B at times, as you heard by
Tyler.
yes.
Let's talk about some Springsteen.
Yeah, he's. I'd argue he's probably the most famous guy from New Jersey, like ever. Oh, I mean, unless you're talking about like Bon Jovi, but I personally don't really care for Bon Jovi.
No, I don't like either of them, but Bruce is, I don't know, something about him. I don't really like his voice that much, to be honest. It's too country.
I guess I get what you mean by that. I mean,
Yeah.
I've gotten into him recently because I really do like his songwriting.
Yeah.
I think he's an exceptional songwriter. I really like, a lot of people will say like, oh, what's your favorite Springsteen song? And they'll say Born to Run. And I think that's a
Yeah.
good one. But my personal favorite is I'm on Fire.
I've never heard it. Or I probably have, but I can't
Because
place
I
it.
like his 1984 album, Born in the USA, better than the one that Born to Run was on, which was I think 78.
I think Born in the USA is probably his most famous album, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, let me find out when those two albums were released. Because I know Born in the USA was 1984, and then
Yeah.
Born to Run was 1975, actually.
Yeah. I'd put
But
Springsteen in the category of like, I don't know, he reminds me of like a little bit of like Leonard Skinner, but not like rock and roll at all. He's kind of more just like folk. Like more like kind of like Johnny Cash-ish.
Well, he's more of a solo project. I mean, of course, everyone knows he worked with the E Street Band, but
Yeah.
he's more known like on his own than Leonard Skinner are known on their own.
Well, yeah. But Leonard Skinner's an actual band. He's not really a band. Because no one really cares
Yeah,
about the E Street Band, to be honest.
like they just know Springsteen. They go to see him.
Yeah. Like you don't
Yeah,
go to
because
see
like
Springsteen and be like, I want to see the E Street Band. Like
yeah,
no one does that.
like I do. Like I quite like I'm on Fire is probably my favorite song by his. I like Born to Run. I like Born in the USA.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that probably everyone knows.
Yeah.
But I also quite Dancing in the Dark is good too, even though Springsteen himself said he didn't love it.
Yeah.
But I really quite like his first album, which is I think it's called Greetings from Asbury Park.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, Greetings from Asbury Park. It's just kind of like I don't know. It's got this rusticness to it for me.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about Springsteen. I don't really like the rustic, folky kind of type of music, I would say.
Yeah, like you probably aren't a big fan of like Simon and Garfunkel then.
I like two of their songs.
Mrs. Robinson, one of them.
Mrs. Robinson and the other one, I forget the name of it. I'm blanking
Cecilia?
on it. No.
Boxer?
Yes. Yes, those two.
I mean, everyone knows like "Hello Darkness, My Old Friend," blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's the whole meme song. Hello,
But
darkness, my old friend.
and then like I quite like Paul Simon's solo work too, though Art Garfunkel did absolutely jack nothing afterwards.
Yeah.
To
No,
be
I
fair, he
agree.
kind of looks goofy, so I get it. He's not
Yeah.
really marketable. Like you know what Art Garfunkel looks like. He's
Yeah, he's got that weird
kind of looks.
scraggly hair. He looks like a homeless person.
Yeah.
I'd say one of my favorite bands I actually just saw live during the summer. I saw Eagles live, and they were very good.
Oh yeah, Mom told me about that. How was that? Hanging out with all the old people.
It was great. Saw Joe Walsh and Don Henley sung.
Oh, love me some Don Henley.
He sung Rocky
Boys
Mountain
of Summer.
Way, Boys of Summer. Actually, he didn't sing Boys of Summer.
Oh,
He didn't sing any of his solo stuff. They
okay. Like they
sung
probably played "Take It Easy" and "Hotel
Take It
California."
Easy, Hotel California, Desperado, One of These Nights, Witchy Woman. So all of the good ones. But
Yeah,
yeah, it was great. And I
yeah,
may
and then
see Arctic Monkeys
yeah,
next
which you'd mentioned.
next week, yeah. And I'm excited
Not a
for
lot of
that.
acts come to Edinburgh. Acts they come to Glasgow, but like Glasgow is like an hour away,
Yeah, we have a lot of
and
acts
like
that come to San Diego and
yeah, it's
LA
a shame.
area.
And tickets are just more expensive here too.
Yeah, tickets are actually fairly cheap. I was surprised.
Like I believe over the summer Kendrick Lamar was on tour here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and God, what's the band that's coming next? Um, uh, I forget. Oh yeah, Florence and the Machine are coming.
Oh, really? Oh, I actually want to see them. I know Fleetwood Mac is coming to the arena at like my school here,
Oh,
which is
I
pretty
love
cool.
them.
Except I don't
Like
really
see
like
Stevie
Fleetwood Mac that
Nicks and
much.
Lindsey Buckingham.
Yeah, I don't really like Fleetwood Mac that much though, which is a shame.
Oh, I love Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, and I know you've seen the Eagles and got to jam out with old people. A few years
Yeah.
back, I actually me and my buddy Nigel went to a concert for a culture club.
Oh, really?
Yes. I mean, I know I've told you about it, but like it's probably been a
Yeah.
while since I mentioned it.
Yeah,
Like,
we forgot about
uh,
that.
yeah, because it was actually in Bethlehem, which is like a town outside Philadelphia. It's like an
Yeah.
hour away. And Boy George comes out
Boy
with the band.
George.
Of course, they played Karma Chameleon first off because that's what you do
Yeah,
when you're culture club.
yeah.
And Boy George must have changed outfits like 10 times during the concert
Really?
because sometimes the lights would just go out. He would walk off stage, like you couldn't see him walk off stage, and then he'd reappear in a different outfit. He also wore
That's funny.
he wore an oversized top hat, like It was like twice the size of his head, his top hat, and like it was really wide too, and he didn't know how to pronounce Bethlehem, so like he grabbed the mic stand, like at the beginning of the show, like he grabbed the mic stand, he's like, "Oh hello Bethlehem," and the crowd went nuts,
Bethlehem.
and all the old people are doing their old people dancing, like you know how it is,
Yeah.
and then the mic stand got like broke or something or malfunctioned, so he threw it into the crowd.
Really?
Yes,
That's so
because
funny.
Boy George is incredibly extra.
We actually saw the opening act for Eagles was James Taylor too.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
so
jealous.
it was like the
I love
softest rock ever.
I love Carolina in my mind.
Really? James Taylor's all right. It's too mellow for me, but it was cool to see him. He was
That
just
song
jamming
Fire
out.
and Rain will always remind me of like ages like 6 to 10 in my life because that used to play in our car all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
What's
Going
like
back
weird
to
that I
like
found out was like most of his songs he didn't even write. Like a lot of his famous ones are covers.
really?
Yeah.
I know he wrote Fire and Rain.
Yeah, he did write Fire and Rain, but I know a lot of like How Sweet It is a cover.
I knew that one was a cover.
Yeah. But yeah, I was very surprised about that.
I had this really vague memory of like being in like the Ponzio's parking lot in our old like Mazda minivan and Fire and Rain coming on as like the as it started to rain and down in like the car window.
Really?
It's such a vague memory. I must have been like 7 or 6 years old.
That's so weird, yeah. I feel like
I
music,
remember,
like you can really associate music with like
yeah,
memories.
like it was really late at night too, and like I was quite tired for the time. It was like 7 or 8. It was like our bedtime back then.
Yeah, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, I like how we went from like SoundCloud rappers to like serious music discussion.
Yep. Only the best from this podcast.
Yeah,
All you
dude, you
other
wanna?
podcasters, you can get the out.
Yeah, dude, we gotta spend some of our mom's money on some Clash of Clans bucks.
Yeah. Next week we'll talk about how my parents are living in a box because I spent all the money on V-Bucks. So
Dude, I raided
yeah.
the credit card because I need to win.
Yeah, I actually wrote
Dude,
out like checks just for V-Bucks.
my clan is gonna win. There's no
I'm
way.
I'm gonna go visit Mr. Fortnite at his home.
Mr. Fortnite.
Yeah, Mr. Knight. Mr. Clan too, he's gonna be there.
Mr. Clan just sounds like a KKK member.
Yeah. What if Clash of Clans was actually made by the KKK, just to, like get like new recruitments?
Well, that would be problematic.
Well, of course, yeah.
To
But
be fair, they
that's not the
incredibly
case.
satirized the black character, so I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah. I mean, they look a little, just a tiny bit racist, but
Yeah, like
Clash
the
of
Hog
Clans,
Rider guy. Like, you gotta be
yeah,
kidding me.
like some like black dude riding a pig, like, come on, Clash of
They
Clans, you can do better than
they
that.
because they made it. I feel like they made him a blatant ripoff of Mr. T.
Yeah.
He looks almost exactly like Mr. T.
Only if
Cut
Mr.
this
T
out
like
if you
rode a
think it's too
pig.
racist.
Yeah, but like they don't talk or anything. Like there's no sound bits for the characters in Clash of Clans. It's just like noises.
Except in the commercials, where they
Yeah.
gave him like a really high pitched whiny voice.
They had like a Clash of Clans TV show.
Wait, really?
Yeah, well, it's just like a string of like short clips. Like you know how like Angry Birds kind of did that?
Oh
Like of
yeah.
course they had like the movies like later on, but
And there's 2 of them now.
yeah, thank God. I don't know. I needed a sequel to figure out what happened to my big
Dude,
red bird.
you know, you know what I really need a sequel to?
What's that?
The Emoji Movie.
Imagine spending money and to watch a 2-hour movie about some emojis.
Well, imagine spending money to watch like ads.
Yeah, like I don't know how you could possibly go into that theater being optimistic.
You know, I'm really glad that we're talking about this because they need to air grievances.
I need to let my anger out of the emoji movie.
God, I mean, how are we gonna watch Meh and Jailbreak get out?
Meh, I was waiting for them to hook up, but they never did,
Oh my
so
God, dude, I want to see that sweet emoji love.
they're like, "Oh, I love you," and like they like send each other the emojis.
He sends like the eggplant.
Do you think like the emojis like in the same like universe of like our universe or like Marvel? Like what if it was like the Hulk versus Meh?
Well,
Imagine that.
that would be pretty interesting. Though, like theoretically, a romance between Meh and Jailbreak couldn't happen because Meh is supposed to be Meh. And at the end of the movie, doesn't he fulfill his duty of being Meh?
I don't know. I've never seen the movie.
Me neither.
I
And I know
have not looked at it at all because I had no interest of the movie.
because like my three main gripes about it were A, it's a big ad. B, they made Patrick Stewart play a poo.
He needs some money for like a yacht or something probably.
Yeah.
So he's like, ah, might as
And
well just do
three,
this.
James Corden is in it. And you know this about me. I cannot stand James Corden.
He's the most fake British guy I've ever seen.
He's the worst late night host ever. His
He's
bits are
worse than
not
Fallon.
funny.
He's worse than Fallon, honestly.
I know. And like Fallon used to be good before we went on the Tonight Show.
Yeah,
When
Fallon
Fallon
was
had late night,
funny.
I liked him.
Yeah, late night
And I
on
think
Fallon and SNL, Fallon was pretty funny too.
yeah. And I didn't like Seth Meyers at first at late night, but he's kind of pulled it back. But
Yeah,
Corden is so irredeemable.
yeah. His
Like there's
carpool
nothing.
karaoke is just
Oh
not
my
funny.
god. Like there's nothing about him I like. He's so campy and weird, and I don't get it. Like he plays off of this like super nice guy, wholesome, fun vibe that is just so fake and obnoxious. I
He's like,
can't
look at
stand
me,
it.
I'm goofy and quirky.
Look at me, I'm gonna do carpool karaoke and sing all these modern pop songs with the youths, and then we're gonna awkwardly set up my cast member, the writer lady, with Tinder matches. You know that bit, right?
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
I would hate to be on that.
It's just so stupid. I'm like,
There's nothing he does that's funny.
I've watched like a couple of his skits just to be like, oh, like what's this? Like let's see it. Like I watched like the carpool karaoke with Paul McCartney because like he's one of my favorite musicians. But like other than that, there's been nothing. There's been no good content that has come from his show.
Yeah, and like anyone who listens, feel free to comment like if you like James Corden, what do you think's funny about him? But like even his interactions with good guests aren't funny. Like at
Yeah,
least with Fallon when he had Ryan, I think it was Ryan Gosling, was it when they did the Plinko thing to like have like make a gross cocktail? That actually I quite think was funny.
yeah.
You know,
Comment
at
who's your
least like
favorite late night host.
yeah, like I'd say Fallon is hit or miss.
Yeah,
Like some of his bits are really good, and then everything else is kind of just bad.
I agree. At least Fallon has shown that he can be funny in the past. Corden is
Yeah,
coming from nothing, honestly. He's never shown he's been
yeah.
funny.
I think I already know the answer, but who is your favorite late night host?
My favorite,
Wait, we're gonna say him in three. So
oh wait,
after I say the
I
one,
forget
we're
I
gonna
forget
say.
his name. Hold on, give me give me a sec.
I think I know who you're gonna say,
Uh, hold on,
and
hold
like
on, hold on.
not like a fake late night host, because
No,
I
I would say
think.
Eric Andre, but he's not
I
a
mean, I
real late
thought you were
night
gonna
host.
say Eric Andre, but
He's
I
not a
think
real
and see,
late night host, so
yeah,
a real one. All right, three, two, one.
two,
Stephen
one,
Colbert.
Stephen Colbert. Yeah,
Yeah,
I knew you were gonna say that
yeah. I would say it's
because I
Colbert
think
then
he's the
Kimmel.
best. Kimmel is quite good too, but I think Kimmel can be kind of annoying.
Yeah,
Whereas with the whole mean tweets thing, I think is stupid.
yeah. That's not really that funny.
The only mean tweet I liked was with Obama.
Yeah, that was funny.
Because Obama can pull it off, like, because he's kind of like a serious guy. Like, you
Yeah,
can't have not serious people read mean tweets. That's
yeah.
defeating the purpose.
He's like, oh, fuck you,
Whereas,
Obama.
Obama's like, thanks, Obama. You know, he looks at the camera, he's like, very funny stuff.
Funny
I
joke,
liked
yes.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Danny Norman.
but I would say I would say Colbert is very funny always. He always hits it.
Yeah. I do sometimes get tired of his whole, like, political stuff, but I don't think he ever makes it unfunny.
Yeah.
Like the bit where he went to that was him who did it, right? He went to Moscow to stay in like Trump's presidential suite where they thought the
I
P
think
tape
so.
happened.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he did
that was
that.
brilliant.
Oh, I also thought Conan is also really
Oh,
funny
Conan's
too.
good too.
I love Conan. Yeah.
I mean, one of our favorite bands, Ninja Sex Party, played Conan.
Oh yeah, Ninja Sex Party. Danny Avidan of Ninja Sex Party is very funny. A very good
Our boy,
musician.
Dan.
Yeah, straight out of Philly.
He's not well, straight out of North
Or
Jersey.
North Jersey, yeah. Jersey, whatever.
He lived in Philly for a while, but like that
Yeah,
was when no one knew about him.
yeah. Yeah, but he's very funny.
Yeah, and yeah, but like Conan and Colbert do it for me.
Yeah. I'd say they have really good chemistry with their guests, and
Yeah, absolutely.
they ask the right questions, which is what counts.
Yeah, like same thing now with Seth Meyers. I think Seth Meyers, when he has like good guests on, is it's quite watchable.
Yeah, I agree. What do you think about the show Impractical Jokers? Because I heard you've been watching
Oh,
that, and I recently just watched an interview with them.
oh well, that was a thing we did last year in my flat. One of my buddy Eric is a big fan of that show, and so we used to watch it together with our flatmates. I
Yeah,
think it's quite funny. I, I like how unhinged it is, especially some of like the older seasons.
yeah. I just been binging it lately, and it's just so funny.
My favorite bit is where they have to like do a job that they are absolutely not familiar with.
Yeah,
Like when I think there was one where like Sal was a yoga instructor, and that was
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. It's just so funny. I just wish it was on like Hulu or something like that, where it could just be like R-rated
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever. Because like
that would be pretty great.
the
Is it
censorship
Comedy
really
Central?
ruins comedy. No, it's on True TV.
Oh, because like here it's on Comedy Central.
Oh, okay. Well, for me,
Because
it's
like
on True
different places have
TV.
different rights.
Yeah, but I just feel that censorship really like takes comedy down a notch. Like
I
family-friendly
agree.
comedy is just not funny.
Like dude, like Family Guy.
Dude, Brian Griffin died. Okay, it's not funny.
No,
Brian
don't
died.
even. I'm gonna.
Wow, that was the worst fake cry ever.
Well, I'm not really good at fake crying. I'm not an actor.
I love Stewie
I'm a man of the
Griffin.
people. I say what I want. I mean, Stewie Griffin, best TV character, dude.
I mean, I have
Or
a Peter like tattoo like right out like on my thigh.
Peter
Peter. I was gonna get a Lois one too on my neck, but
on your neck,
yeah,
like on your. Put it on like your cheek.
right on my Adam's apple. Just a tiny little Lois, and it's like a little speech bubble saying Peter.
Peter. Peter Griffin, our dog Brian is dead.
What, Lois? That show has really gone
Dad.
downhill. Shut
It's
up,
never
fat
really
man.
been.
I mean, it's never really been funny.
It's never been. There's a couple times where like you'll be watching it and you'll laugh, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's, like all their funny flashbacks, dude. Like
Oh
Conway
yeah.
Twitty.
When Peter fights a stupid chicken for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
In multiple episodes too.
Or the one where Peter fights two chickens.
Oh, that's the best.
And then the chicken turns out to be Brian.
That show. Well,
Oh my god. I mean, like it. I get it. Like it was trying to capitalize on what The Simpsons were doing, but like be edgier.
yeah, but the edgier comedy didn't really work well
Yeah.
with that.
It doesn't really work with animation, I feel.
No, I agree.
Like I think Futurama did it well.
Yeah, but they weren't, I would say, I mean, they were kind of edgy, but they weren't trying hard, you know?
Yeah. And like Robot Chicken does it well, but like they're a different kind of animation, I guess.
Yeah.
And like one show that I hear a lot of people like is like American Dad, and I just don't find it funny. I think it's weird.
No, it's not funny at all. I don't really
Like
understand it all that much.
it's
Kind of
the
cringy,
random
actually.
is funny strategy.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Like, haha, I'm a big manly man guy, and look at I have a fish who talks, uh, and like a gay son, and my daughter is a hippie.
I don't think he's gay.
Is he actually gay? I thought he was.
I think he's just like a wimp.
Oh,
I don't think he's
okay.
gay
Well,
though.
I swear there's an episode where like he becomes like a stripper or something. I
I
remember that
wouldn't
from
be
like an ad.
surprised. Oh wait, no, I actually saw that episode. Yeah, he's like stripping and like his mom sees him.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I don't think he's gay.
and then there's the weird alien guy. Like,
Yeah, he's like gay and lesbian. Which
yes, so I don't understand. But
I
Seth MacFarlane, yeah.
I love Seth.
Like, it's funny because when he sings in the show, he has a good singing voice.
Yeah, he does.
Like,
He's
legit.
actually like talented, but like he just creates shows that are all the same. All the like Family Guy and American Dad, they're basically the same show.
It's the same show, except one actually kind of makes sense and the other doesn't.
Exactly.
Peter, we gotta leave Quahog.
Yeah, like
Peter flings out of a bathtub and then he hits
falls and breaks his neck and dies.
And Cleveland. I was gonna say he hit Cleveland's house and he falls in the bathtub and he goes, no, no, no.
That's the best bit. Where
I
Cleveland's
do,
in the
yeah.
bathtub and says, no, 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 no.
Or when Quagmire goes giggity.
Oh, when he says giggity, giggity, goo. That just
Yeah,
really
dude.
cracks me up.
I mean, I cannot stop raffling.
I LOL all the time to giggity.
Dude, I rafflecoptered.
I have a giggity tattoo. All right, well, I said we wrap this up.
Yeah, I think so too. Any last things you want to say or talk about?
Stay epic.
Stay epic, Fortnite.
Yes. Bye.
Bye-bye.